Hello and welcome to AMA Expo Express, sponsored by Motion RC. I am here with Ready Made RC, the show's presenting sponsors, and you're going to tell us a little bit about antennas, right?
Yeah. Antennas are in many different shapes and sizes depending on frequency and style. The main differences are circular polarized and linear. Linear is, as it is, it's just the waves are going out in a straight line. And circular polarized actually have a rotation to the waves, so as it's reflected off of buildings, like in this big warehouse that we're in at the Expo Center, you don't get as much reflection from the wall, which shows itself as multipathing or a bunch of static in your video feed. The good thing about linear antennas is they're always going to be smaller than a circular polarized antenna. But you're going to have that drawback of having reflections or the possibility of reflections. So depending on your build, if you have like a 2-inch quad, maybe the linear antenna is the way to go.
It's like a dipole antenna,
yeah,
right?
A dipole, or it's still linear. Then you also have directional and omnidirectional antennas. Omnidirectional will pick up the video from 360 degrees. There's different styles of antennas that will make that cone bigger or smaller, more round or less round. And then a directional antenna will only pick up in the way that the face of the antenna is pointing. And again, the gain and all that stuff of the antenna will tell you how big that cone is. So you could be flying something with at 100 feet only has a 10 or 15 foot cone, or you can have something at 100 feet has a 80, 90 foot cone. But again, that's just going to be how much range you have. The stuff we have with us this weekend, we have our Strix Hoot antennas, which are omnidirectional, circular polarized. We have both right and left hand. You want to keep either right hand or left hand because they will filter themselves out. So if you're at a big race and you're flying, you can fly 8 people, like on race band channels, and odds will be right hand, evens will be left hand, and you alternate antennas, and then you'll have very little chance of interfering with the person that's beside you on your channel.
I would say at a race too, you would more want a circular polarized antenna for the track. A lot of them have ground stations and stuff, so you don't even really need an antenna on there. But if you decide to run, like a diversity module or a different type of module that you have, you would probably want a circular polarized to pick up the best video reception while you're flying the track. Different size antennas like this True RC singularity antenna we have is a 1.3 antenna, so that I've never used 1.3. Longer distance with it, or better reception when you go out further?
Yeah, so 1.3, you'll get longer range. You'll also get a little bit more penetration through trees and stuff. The good thing about the singularity antenna is, until this came out, a 1.3 antenna was about the size of a grapefruit to get a circular polarized antenna. Yep. So on a mini quad, it didn't really work out. It was just too big. However, if you take a look at like the singularity on the back of our screech frame, it is very feasible to add super range to a 5-inch mini quad. One thing to watch out with 1.3 antennas is with the 2.4 radio, you are going to have a harmonic of 1.3 that will jump up really close to 2.4. So if you double 1.3, it's 2.6. And you can create a lot of radio issues where the video transmitter will swamp the receiver. I've done it before, and it's not a good sight when the quad flies away. You live and you learn. Yeah,
definitely. Something else to mention, as I said before, with diversity modules, there's a lot of new ones coming out to the market. Clearview is the newest one that has hit the market recently. We've got it up for pre-order on our site right now. That has combined the entire Clearview ground station into a module similar to the LaForge or something that plugs into your Fat Shark goggles. None of us have used those just yet, but hearing a lot of good things about those. But we do have the LaForge V4 module, and it's a diversity module. So you plug each end into your goggles, and then you can have 2 circular polarized antennas on each side to give you the best range of frequency and reception for yourself when you're out flying around and everything at parks, races, and stuff like that. So definitely a good upgrade to your goggles if you're looking into getting into better reception and you want to stay out flying longer and get a little bit further away from yourself. So got those here, pick those up.
And the good thing with the new LaForge module is that it has an OSD built in.
Yes.
So you can change your video frequency on your goggles without taking them off now. So before you had to take them off, turn them around, look at the screen, and find your channel. Now you can leave them on your head and just change the channel within the goggles themselves.
Everything is really moving towards on-screen display nowadays to make it super easy for us to change settings and stuff like that instead of having the hassle of taking goggles off or getting into a radio or something like that. So.
Because we're all lazy.
Yeah, because we're all lazy.
All right, well, perfect. Thank you so much. You can find even more at modelaviation.com/expo-express.